Ladies and gentlemen, I am sad to report we are about to talk about another story, not only out of the state of Texas, which is where I live, but Houston, Texas specifically, continues to produce just the worst kind of human beings. And I'm sorry to say it like that, but I'm really ashamed as a Texas resident, but to just know how people can disregard children and disregard our babies is just unspeakable, and it is unforgivable. New details have been revealed after a father that is charged with capital murder in the death of his own 9-month-old baby. And this baby was sexually assaulted by her own father. Guys, I know this might be difficult to listen to, but I always encourage you guys to just listen with an open mind and an open heart, because nothing can compare to what this baby actually had to live through, okay? The least we could do is put some respect on this baby's name and hear her story, okay? Beautiful little girl. Houston, Texas. Authorities in Texas have arrested a man accused of killing his 9-month-old daughter. This crazy-haired dude, and I'm going to tell you guys, I've told y'all how I feel about face tattoos. Y'all see he got a big nasty. Let's go back. Let's not skip that, because I've talked about face tattoos quite a bit, and I think it applies here. He looks like a thug, he walks like a thug, and he rapes like a thug. He got tattoos on the face, and he fits the profile. Hashtag, when you date thugs, you date death. You understand? Face tattoos. The Harris County Sheriff's Office said in a news release that deputies responded to a Houston apartment complex August the 24th, only 7 days ago, after learning that an unresponsive infant was there. When they arrived, they found this beautiful baby girl by the name of Savayah, S-A-V-A-Y-A-H. I think that's how you pronounce her name. That baby was 9 months old and being treated by EMS personnel. The child was transported to a nearby hospital where she was pronounced dead. This baby did not survive. Harris County Sheriff's Office deputies responded to an apartment complex in the 15,000 block of West Park at 12:20 a.m. in the middle of the night regarding an unresponsive infant. Deputies said that the child was being treated by an emergency medical personnel before being taken to a nearby hospital where she was pronounced dead. An investigation was opened into the child's death. An autopsy conducted at the Harris County Institute of Forensics indicated that the child has been sexually assaulted and died due to asphyxiation during the assault. Deputies wrote in the release Monday, hashtag not my words. For people who want to get mad at me about me just reporting and giving my commentary on what actually happened. They talk about I don't have all the facts right. I don't know what I'm talking about. Well, I do know this. He's the biological father. Something happened to that baby. The baby was in his possession, in his care. This baby has been forensically examined in death. That shows that this baby was assaulted sexually by her own biological father. It baffles me how people can be more mad at my words and my thoughts and my feelings as opposed to saying babies' lives matter. Babies' lives should matter way more than any joke or anything that I have to say in these stories, okay? Now, homicide investigators say that they interviewed the father. Let me get his face back up here. His name is 23-year-old Louis Luna, L-U-I-S, Luna, L-U-N-A, 23 years old, and they determined that he was responsible for this baby's death. Louis Luna is charged with capital murder, and he was arrested Monday, and he is scheduled to appear in court. But I have a little bit of an update, and this update came a couple of hours ago. As I was putting this story together, this update came through. A man charged with capital murder in the death of his 9-month-old daughter was scheduled to appear before a magistrate judge Tuesday. While Louis Luna, who is 23 years old, did not appear in court because he is listed in the mental health unit, his scheduled probable cause hearing took place. Luna is accused of killing his 9-month-old daughter, Savayah Mason, on August the 24th, 7 days ago. The girl, according to the details of an autopsy report cited in court, was also sexually assaulted at the time of her death. Harris County Sheriff's deputies responded to the apartment complex in the 15,000 block of West Park at 12:20 a.m. regarding the unresponsive infant. Luna lived at the apartment with his 3 brothers. I'm going to say that again. This 23-year-old grown-ass man lived at an apartment, a small apartment, with 3 other individuals, his 3 brothers, according to court documents. The baby's mother, who you guys saw in that picture, let me back it up. That's the mother, and that's the baby, and that's a beautiful little baby, by the way. Her name is Savayah Mason, and she dropped off her infant at that apartment on August the 21st, according to prosecutors. Luna told investigators that Savayah never left his sight while she was staying with him, prosecutors said. After the baby died, investigators determined that Luna was responsible for his daughter's death. We're going to give you guys some more details, so brace yourselves. According to court documents, he was charged with capital murder and taken into custody Monday night. Let me take a little side note. Let me say this real quick about capital murder and being charged with that. First and foremost, prosecutors generally will only charge you with that if they feel like they can absolutely get a conviction. So that's a pretty strong charge, and they're more than likely going to get a conviction against this guy. If he is convicted of capital murder, in Texas, we have this thing called super aggravated child abuse laws. There's a good likelihood that he is going to be put to death. This so-called father is probably going to be put to death. And to be honest, I cannot blame the state if they choose to go that route. But at the very least, he's going to do life in prison. Now, officials say that Louis Luna claimed that he awoke to find his daughter unresponsive and tried to administer CPR. Luna told investigators the baby slept in her car seat next to his air mattress, according to court documents. I'm going to tell you guys this. I had my daughter at 24 years old, so that means I was only 12 months older than this dude. If you're going to bring children into this world, let alone have visitation with your kids, there is absolutely no reason why you should not have your situation together if you're going to spend time with your kids, that your kid had to sleep in a car seat. Let me ask this question, and I hope the mom does not get mad at me for asking a very pertinent question. To the mother, Savayah Mason, I would have to ask this. That dude already looks like he's unstable. That's my first question. My first question is, did you know that he was a thug prior to you procreating with this dude? And if you didn't, why didn't you do a background check? Because you could just look him in the face or just look him in the tattoo on the face and tell that this dude is probably not going to be a suitable parent, probably does not have a job. And it makes me wonder, if you like thugs, why do you date thugs and procreate with them? I don't understand why we continue to keep making babies. If you like thugs, stop making babies. I'm just asking a question, posing a scenario. Second thing, or the third thing, wherever I'm at. Third thing, if you're going to drop your baby off to spend time with the dad, and I'm glad that she at least was trying to give the dad an opportunity to be a father, why would you not look through the apartment and check out where you are leaving your baby? I think that as a custodial parent, as the mother, it should have been your right, and you definitely should have took it as your responsibility to make sure before you leave your daughter at this house with this man who looks unstable, you could have at least checked to see where she was going to be sleeping, what she was going to be eating, and how she was going to be living in this environment. Am I asking too much? I think babies' lives matter. I don't think I'm asking too much that you should check and see where you're going to leave your baby. If you're going to take your baby to a daycare, I think you should absolutely have the right to check the bathrooms, check the kitchen, and check the play area where these kids are going to, and check the area where they're going to be taking a nap. I think a responsible parent would do these things. If you neglect to do these things and you did not know that this baby did not have a bed or have a suitable situation for your kid to be at, then you shouldn't have left your kid there. I'm just asking a question. Okay? Let me say this real quick. We got 475 people. Our goal is 400 thumbs up. Please, guys, share the memory of this baby and just click the thumbs up. I think that she deserves at least that. Okay? Please click the thumbs up. Share the stream. Let other people know that we're live. Thank you to everybody that's already done that. Okay? Let's keep going. This baby slept in her car seat next to his air mattress. I have a question, and maybe some parents might get mad at me for saying this. Do we have any parents out there that believe it's okay to make babies and have babies and you don't have a bed? You have an air mattress. An air mattress is not a bed. Hello? Hello. I'm going to say it again. An air mattress is not a bed. If you do not have kids and you want to sleep on a freaking air mattress, then so be it. But if you're going to have kids, you got to be a little bit more damn responsible. Have a bed, have food, have clothing, have diapers, have formula, have wipes, have life insurance. Uh-oh. Are we going there again? Yes, we are, because they had a GoFundMe up, and we're going to talk about this damn GoFundMe here in just a moment, okay? So let's not forget about that. When he laid her down in her car seat, he buckled the straps the same way as if the baby was riding in a vehicle, and he believed that he may have had the straps too tight, which is what caused this baby's death. Sir, that sounds stupid as hell. Lying. An autopsy found that the baby's asphyxiation to have occurred during the sexual assault, according to prosecutors who cited other evidence recovered when a search warrant was executed the day after her death. Officers executed a search warrant on the 25th at the defendant's residence, and they located bloody baby wipes in a garbage bag. Stuff be making my heart, maybe it makes my chest hurt. It's hard to read this stuff. Officers executed a search warrant on the 25th at the defendant's residence, and they located bloody baby wipes in a garbage bag in the sunroom where the defendant was sleeping with the complainant. There was no diaper in the diaper bag where the wipes were recovered. Probable cause alleged. A magistrate judge opted not to rule on whether to issue a bond and instead deferred the decision to the criminal district court. A new court date was not set Tuesday. And yes, guys, there was a GoFundMe. I'm going to pull it up. It's going to lag just for a moment. So bear with me while I pull up this GoFundMe, because we're going to talk about this. And I'm pretty sure they're probably going to get a little bit upset at me for saying this. Let's show you guys this GoFundMe before I show you the news videos. Here is the GoFundMe. The GoFundMe, as you guys can see, which is how I found her name, the mother is the person who set up the GoFundMe. Savayah Mason, as you guys can see right here, is the organizer for the fundraiser for Savayah's funeral. She asked for $8,000, and she has so far collected $8,360. She left a small message here. She said, "You might have heard that I'm fundraising for the burial of my 8-month-old daughter. This cause is very important to me because I was not prepared to plan a funeral for my child. I'm grateful for the support I have already received, but I'm still needing help reaching my goal of $8,000. Would you be willing to make a contribution? A gift of any amount would be greatly appreciated. It would also mean a lot if you could share my fundraiser link on social media. Even if you're unable to donate, sharing the link can help me obtain my goal. Let me ask you guys a question. Do you guys think that all parents should have life insurance on their kids? Because I personally believe not only is it cheap enough, you guys can go to gerberlife.com. There's so many places that you can get life insurance, but I believe that just as lawfully as you should have car insurance, you should also have life insurance on your kids, on each and every kid that you have. If you cannot afford life insurance on your kid, then you should not be a parent. I think that's pretty clear cut with what I said. Let me go ahead and give you guys the fair usage, show you guys the news videos. Let's get it. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's get it.
A judge reviewing the case of 23-year-old Luis Luna today. Some of the allegations in the story you're about to hear are disturbing.
Our Brandon Walker is live tonight at the apartment in West Harris County where that little girl was found.
Something has happened with this audio. I don't know if I can show y'all these news videos. Crap. Let me see if I can fix it real quick. Give me a moment. Let me see. The audio is not playing. Crap. Let me see. Okay, I think I could get at least one of these videos to play. So something happened that really sucks, but let me see if I can get you guys a video that works.
Now to a very disturbing story, and we do want to warn you, the details are extremely difficult to hear. A father facing a judge accused of killing his baby girl while sexually assaulting her.
23-year-old Luis Luna is facing capital murder charges. Deputies found his 9-month-old daughter unresponsive at an A-Leaf apartment complex last week.
Channel 2's Brittany Jeffers was inside the courtroom for Luna's appearance and is joining us now live. But Brittany, he hasn't gone before a judge yet, right?
Yeah, that is correct. Luna was scheduled to appear in court at 10 o'clock this morning, but according to the judge, they're running a little behind on those court dates, so that will happen sometime later this afternoon. But as you mentioned, the details in this case are absolutely horrific. And looking over those court documents that we just received in it, it says that Luna is accused of blocking the child's nose and mouth with an unknown object. And according to the Harris County Sheriff's Office, they were called out to an apartment complex in the 15,000 block of West Park for an unresponsive infant. EMS treated that 9-month-old child, but she was later pronounced dead at the hospital. And according to the Sheriff's Office, an autopsy revealed that the infant was sexually assaulted and died due to asphyxiation. Homicide investigators say they believe that the baby's father, Luis Luna, is accused of her murder, and he has been charged with capital murder. Now, again, today he will face a judge. That was supposed to happen at 10 o'clock this morning, but it will now happen sometime this afternoon. Of course, we will keep you updated when we learn more. Live in downtown Houston, I'm Brittany Jeffers, KPRC, Channel 2 News.
All right, Brittany, thank you.
Also developing right now, the man accused of sexually assaulting and murdering his 9-month-old daughter remains in jail tonight.
A judge reviewing the case of 23-year-old Luis Luna today. Some of the allegations in the story you're about to hear are disturbing.
Our Brandon Walker is live tonight at the apartment in West Harris County where that little girl was found. Brandon?
And Chris, this was a probable cause hearing in magistrate court during which we learned more about the allegations against Luna. Also, what was interesting out of court today is what we didn't learn, and that is Luna's fate as far as bond is concerned. The magistrate judge today opting to save that decision, whether bond should be set, what to do with bond, for a judge in criminal district court. He says that there could be a more expansive hearing there because of the allegations at hand.
Mr. Luna, if you could please stand up.
Luis Luna didn't stand because he wasn't present to do so. In the mental health unit, we are told. We did, though, hear what this 23-year-old father is accused of doing to his 9-month-old daughter after midnight the morning of August 24th at the apartment Luna shares with his brothers.
The father of the child, identified as this defendant, was detained.
Because, say prosecutors, Luna was the last person to see the girl awake. They say he told officers he awoke to find his daughter unresponsive, says he tried CPR, also said she sleeps in her car seat next to his air mattress.
When he laid her down, he buckled the straps the same way as if she was riding in a vehicle and believed he may have had the straps too tight, and that maybe was what caused her death.
But an autopsy found the baby's asphyxiation to have occurred during a sexual assault. And prosecutors say there's evidence to back that up.
Officers executed a search warrant on the 25th at the defendant's residence, located bloody baby wipes in a garbage bag in the sunroom where the defendant was sleeping with the complainant. There was no diaper in the bag where the wipes were recovered.
Also, it's alleged scratches found around the baby's neck. Other evidence there, too, just a little too disturbing to share with you here on TV. Another aspect of this is that baby's mother. Investigators did interview her. They say that she said she dropped the baby off 3 days prior to her death to spend some time with her father. And they say she told them when she did so, the baby only had a diaper rash. So that's where that investigation stands as far as mother is concerned. No date yet set on that appearance in criminal district court. Stay with us. We'll let you.
Guys, I gotta pause it. I got one more video to show you, but I gotta pause it. We got 630 people. Click that thumbs up. Remember, our goal is 400 thumbs up. If you hit that thumbs up, it'll help share the stream. So we need a couple hundred people to just click that thumbs up. I have a question. The mother, based on what they said, I'm gonna replay this video so y'all can hear this again. It sounds like the mother left her child with this man for 3 days. He don't have a bed for himself. He don't have a bed for the child. He don't have a room for himself, and he lives with 3 other people. For 3 days? Or did I just hear that wrong? Hold on, maybe I didn't hear that right. Maybe I'm a dummy. If I were a box of crayons, maybe I'd be like maybe a navy blue, because maybe I'm not the brightest crayon in the box. But I'm going to play this video again. I want y'all to hear this and tell me if I heard this wrong. It sounded like she left this baby with a man who ain't got a job, ain't got a bed, literally ain't got a place to stay, no bed for the baby. And how the baby gonna sleep in a car seat for 3 days? Does this man even have a car? What the hell? Come on, man. Let's listen at this again.
Also developing right now, the man accused of sexually assaulting and murdering his 9-month-old daughter remains in jail tonight.
A judge reviewing the case of 23-year-old Luis Luna today. Some of the allegations in the story you're about to hear are disturbing.
Our Brandon Walker is live tonight at the apartment in West Harris County where that little girl was found. Brandon?
And Chris, this was a probable.
Remember, guys, if I heard it wrong, just post it in the chat and tell me if I heard it wrong. I want to apologize to the mother if I got it wrong, but I think I heard correctly. Let's listen.
Pause hearing in magistrate court during which we learned more about the allegations against Luna. Also, what was interesting out of court today is what we didn't learn, and that is Luna's fate as far as bond is concerned. The magistrate judge today opting to save that decision, whether bond should be set, what to do with bond, for a judge in criminal district court. He says that there could be a more expansive hearing there because of the allegations at hand.
Mr. Luna, if you could please stand up.
Luis Luna didn't stand because he wasn't present to do so. In the mental health unit, we are told. We did, though, hear what this 23-year-old father is accused of doing to his 9-month-old daughter after midnight the morning of August 24th at the apartment Luna shares with his brothers.
The father of the child, identified as this defendant, was detained
Because, say prosecutors, Luna was the last person to see the girl awake. They say he told officers he awoke to find his daughter unresponsive, says he tried CPR, also said she sleeps in her car seat next to his air mattress.
When he laid her down, he buckled the straps the same way as if she was riding in a vehicle and believed he may have had the straps too tight, and that maybe was what caused her death.
But an autopsy found the baby's asphyxiation to have occurred during a sexual assault. And prosecutors say there's evidence to back that up.
Officers executed a search warrant on the 25th at the defendant's residence, located bloody baby wipes in a garbage bag in the sunroom where the defendant was sleeping with the complainant.
I'm going to let y'all hear this part again. Let's back it up. Listen again.
Warrant on the 25th at the defendant's residence, located bloody baby wipes in a garbage bag in the
Listen again.
There's evidence to back that up.
Officers executed a search warrant on the 25th at the defendant's residence, located bloody baby wipes in a garbage bag in the sunroom where the defendant was sleeping with the complainant.
We even have somebody who donated in the super chat. Thank you to the other people who donated. I'm sorry I didn't read those. Let me read this one real quick. And this is coming in from Sean. And Sean asked or said, what mom leaves her baby with a man that has no means or place for 3 days? I'm so tired of these so-called parents hurting these kids. The devil is real. I pray everything he did to that baby is done to him in jail. Thank you for your $20 super chat. If you guys agree with those sentiments, that's a very easy way to make sure that I catch your message. If you guys need to say anything, you can post it just like that. Thank you, Sean.
There were no
in the sunroom. What is a sunroom in an apartment? What the hell is a sunroom?
There was no diaper in the bag where the wipes were recovered.
Also, it's alleged scratches found around the baby's neck. Other evidence there, too, just a little too disturbing to share with you here on TV. Another aspect of this is that baby's mother. Investigators did interview her. They say that she said she dropped the baby off 3 days prior to her death.
I'm gonna rewind that so y'all can hear it again. It sounded like she left the baby there for 3 days. Listen again.
With you here on TV. Another aspect of this is that baby's mother. Investigators did interview her. They say that she said she dropped the baby off 3 days prior to her death to spend some time with her father.
Let's back it up again. Here we go. Listen again.
With you here on TV. Another aspect of this is that baby's mother. Investigators did interview her. They say that she said she dropped the baby off 3 days prior to her death.
3 days prior to her death, meaning if he was the last person with the baby, then that means that he had to have had the baby for 3 days. Pink Table Talk said, I was wondering what a sunroom is in an apartment. I'm wondering the same thing. I'm lost. A sunroom is a small space off the porch. Off the porch? So is that outside? Oh, Lord, I'm going to have to research this. I was just down in Houston not that long ago. I can't keep going back and forth to Houston because it's just a little bit far. But damn, come on. If it's on the porch or nearby the porch, then is that outside or is it inside the patio? Man.
Spend some time with her father, and they say she told them when she did so, the baby only had a diaper rash. So that's where that investigation stands as far as mother is concerned. No.
You're saying it's a closed patio. This man, matter of fact, what about, let's talk about this, the apartment complex. How does the apartment complex not know that there are four adults living inside of one apartment? I'm pretty sure it wasn't a 4-bedroom apartment. It was probably a 1 or a 2-bedroom apartment. No, in Houston, it was probably a 1-bedroom apartment. But how did they not know that it was that many people living inside of one apartment if they have to go through and do things like, pest control and check your air filter? Pest control, check your air filter. At some point, you would think that they would figure out, wait a minute, there's a whole bunch of people living in this apartment. I thought it was against the rules of apartments to allow people who are not on your lease to live in your apartment. But maybe I'm stupid.
Date yet set on that appearance in criminal district court. Stay with us. We'll let you know once it is. Live on the west side of Harris County, I'm Brandon Walker, KPRC Channel 2 News.
It is difficult to hear, Brandon. Thank you.
A very disturbing story involving the father of a 9-month-old baby girl. Investigators say that father is charged in her death as well as sexual assault. Just a warning, the details of this case are difficult to hear. Channel 2's Brittany Jeffers reports on the details of this case.
Luis Luna was scheduled to appear before a judge around 10 o'clock this morning, but according to the judge, they are running behind in the dockets. But this is a horrific case, and looking over some of those court documents, it now shows that Luna is accused of blocking the child's nose with an unknown object. Now, according to the Harris County Sheriff's Office, those deputies were called out to an apartment complex in the 1500 block of West Park for an unresponsive infant. EMS treated the 9-month-old, but she was later pronounced dead at the hospital. And according to the Sheriff's Office, they say that an autopsy revealed that she had been sexually assaulted and died due to asphyxiation. Now, homicide investigators say that the baby's father, Luis Luna, is accused of her murder, and he has been charged with capital murder. Again, he is set to appear before a judge this afternoon. Reporting live in downtown Houston, I'm Brittany Jeffers, KPRC, Channel 2 News.
Okay, let me tell you guys like this, and I want you guys to remember that we're doing 2 stories tonight. This is the first story. First and foremost, how did the mom not know that this man doesn't even have his own bedroom? How does the mom not know that this man does not have a bed? How does the mom not know that this man does not have a place for his own daughter to sleep? How does the mom not realize and look at this man's face and know that he is a thug and he is not a good person? If he is not a good person, then he should not be around children. He just looks like a terrible person. Sometimes you could judge a book by its cover, okay? And on top of that, I know it might sound harsh of me to say this, but I'm going to say this. If this man wasn't already spending a lot of time with this kid, if you haven't spent a lot of time around this man spending time with this kid, then I'll say this to the mom. Then I think it is highly irresponsible for you to have left this baby with this thug. Hashtag when you date thugs, you date death. Babies' lives matter to me. And I just think that it's highly irresponsible for you to leave this baby with this man for 3 days. 3 whole days. And on top of that, you don't have life insurance. And I'm going to tell you guys this, and this applies to everybody who has kids that doesn't have life insurance. Get it. This baby was young enough that she should have had life insurance. Life insurance from GerberLife.com would have cost this woman only $3 a month. If you don't have $3 a month to invest in your baby to get life insurance, then I do not believe that you are a good parent. And for people to continue to keep buying this BS and these benevolent white people continue to keep donating to your GoFundMes talking about, well, I didn't know that my baby was going to die. It was such a tragic death. Well, I'm going to say this. Just as well as you're going to be born, guess what else is going to also happen? Oh, yeah, that's right. You will die. As well as you are born, you will die. That is part of life. So just as well as you are born, you should have life insurance because you are going to die. Therefore, if you people did not know that life is not infinite and that you are not freaking immortal, I really want to cuss, but I'm not going to cuss right now. Ladies and gentlemen, if y'all didn't know, you are not immortal. Black people are not immortal. White people are not immortal. Chinese people are not immortal. Mexican people, there are no human beings that are immortal. I know that sounds funny as hell for me saying that. We are not immortal. You're going to die. Get life insurance. So if you have a kid, your kid gonna die at some point. Get life insurance. How's that hard to understand? If you can't afford it, kids are expensive. They need diapers, they need clothes, they need food, they need education, they need love, they need protection, and they need life insurance. Not a GoFundMe. People, start cutting these people off from starting these GoFundMes so they can collect all of this money that they should not be able to get because they were being irresponsible. There were too many red flags. I talk about yellow flags and red flags all the time, right? I talk about yellow flags and red flags all the time. With this particular story, there were a ton of red flags. Where he lived, how he looked, the environment that his apartment was in, and the fact that I just don't understand how you leave your kid with this man for 3 days. I'm not blaming it on the mom, but what I am saying is I'm using this as a cautionary tale to let people know that you need to be thinking this deeply about your children, because to us here at the AFC, babies' lives matter. And I think that they need to start mattering to us, okay? We at the AFC believe that, and I'm asking people to just start taking more care of your children, please.